Man, this is lifestyles of the poor and unfucking fortunate. But I tell you what, but bitch, we got views.
The fact though, Kimmel, you know, the world got a taste of Jelly Roll on a whole different level. Because if they wouldn't tapped into Jelly Roll vocally or just on some rap shit over the past 20 fucking years to what's led us up to here, like if they hadn't tapped into you yet, a lot of the world saw you maybe for the first time that particular day.
Yeah, for sure.
You want to talk about that event, man? How that came about? Like what was that like when you got the call? Let's start there.
Well, so there's a publicity team at BMG, which is our partners, and there's a publicity team that we hired separate.
Correct.
And they both called me, and they never both call me. Mm-hmm. They're always like working separate angles. So like, you know, like one will call me like, hey, we got you the cover of the Tennessean, which was the fucking wildest thing that's ever happened to me as a local kid in my whole life. Yeah.
Another thing from this
major fucking feat.
Fucking crazy. And then you'll have another one call like, hey, we got this. Or like, you know, like there's this billboard story coming out. Can I get a quote?
Yeah.
And they both FaceTime me one day. They set up like a call at like 2 in the afternoon. And they're like, yo, do you want to play Jimmy Kimmel? And I was like, let me think about it. Yeah. Fuck yeah, I want to play fucking Jimmy Kimmel, motherfucker. Fuck yeah. I want to play anything. Like, listen, any television national syndicated show they could have put right there, and I'd have going to be like, yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
I can't think of one they could have said that I'd have been like, yeah, not sure about that one. You know.
So what was it like? He's like the day of, like something like that. Like that's your first.
Well,
like,
did they
we
played
like the Troubadour the night before.
Was it like a possible scenario, or was it like, hey, boom, you're
By the time they called, they had a date.
Gotcha.
By the time they called, they were like, cool, if you're into it, this is the date.
Gotcha.
Chelsea Handler had a lot to do with it, man, because she was hosting that week.
Yeah, for sure.
So when they were like, because what happens is these people, like, they get submitted people all fucking day. Like, that's what they do.
Yeah.
People just, like, unload on them. Like, hey, you could do this. Maybe you could do, you know, can such and such play. You know?
Right, for sure.
And I think Chelsea and the producer of the show were together, and they were like, Chelsea's like, no, I actually love Jelly Roll. Like, I know Jelly Roll. Like, he's a friend.
Yeah.
So that just kind of sealed it. And the producer of the show loved it, too. So it was... And, dude, they were pro ball, man. That whole fucking crew out there was... I thought I was Scary Larry at the door. That whole fucking crew, I miss Scary Larry so much.
Yeah. We were talking about him the other day.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you can't help but talk. Oh, yeah, you know, they leveled that house this week.
Jesus, really? The dungeon?
Mm-hmm.
What?
They leveled the dungeon, dude.
Broke my heart. Fun fact, first time Squints ever hit a dab was in the dungeon. It damn near killed me. Fuck you.
Hell yeah.
It's his fault, too. Big old fucking booger that long.
Shout out Scary Larry.
Shout out boogers.
So going back to what you were saying about Jimmy Kimmel, they were pro ball.
Oh, yeah, no, like all the camera dudes, all the lighting.
Like fans and shit?
Oh, yeah, no, they were cool. They all knew who we were.
That's amazing.
Yeah, no, they were super cool. We had some actual fans in the live audience, too.
Yeah,
which was cool.
It's like along the road, like a fun fact, you know, back to episode 14. It's still to this day the only time any of us have got emotional on the podcast. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
And that was me. I was bawling like a baby. But when I saw you at the Ryman, you know, I cried. When I saw you at the Opry, I got emotional. But when I saw you on fucking TV, dog, I had a moment. It was like the team won the chip. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a different emotion, Jelly. Like for me personally, like real talk, dog. Because when I saw you on that screen, I was like, that boy gone. Like
dude, it was a real moment for me to kind of get that. You know, listen, man. I mean, dude, we're talking about national fucking TV, dude.
Bro, that's my point. Like, that's what I'm saying. And, dude, it's funny to hear all these professional, you know, like, very, very creditable, famous fucking people talk about you the way they do after they encounter you in their lives.
Right.
You know what I mean? The way they talk about you now, not just one or two, like all of them, bro. They talk about you as being, like, one of the most realest, truest human beings that could walk this earth. And bro, that's how we see you and have always seen you.
Yeah, which means a lot too, though, because it shows that it is who I am.
Absolutely,
that's so important because it's easy to put that. It's easy to be who you think people want you to be when you're in a room with somebody for an hour.
Yeah,
it's hard to be that person for 20 fucking years.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Well, I got a bus full of people who have known me 10+ years.
Yeah,
that's what I take. I don't know, man. I just never. I watched this shit change people. I was lucky enough, you know, there's an old saying that my daddy taught me that's an old wise man saying. It says, a smart man will learn from his mistakes. A wise man will learn from the mistakes of others.
Yeah, man.
Real shit.
So it's like I got to have a front row seat to watch people fuck their career up and watch how other artists treated people.
Absolutely.
And watched how it jaded who they were as a human at the core of like, when you could just look at a motherfucker and be like, you're just not the same dude.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just never want that to be the case, man. Yeah. Now, I know that with success, shit changes because that's just, well, you know what I tell people? Money doesn't change people.
Yeah.
I've really figured out what does.
Go.
The schedule it takes to be successful is what changes people.
Yeah.